Perez is positive for Portugal and Canada is cancelled off the calendar. I'm Ollie Wilson for GPFans and this is the news in Formula 1 this Thursday. The Turkish Grand Prix is to return to this season's F1 calendar after the Canadian race was officially axed due to COVID-19 concerns. The June 11th to 13th event has had to be cancelled for public health reasons by Montreal health officials, even though it is understood their Quebec counterparts were willing to allow the race to go ahead behind closed doors. However, alongside the announcement revealing the 2021 cancellation came news of a 2-year contract extension for the Canadian Grand Prix, with the event's future now secure on the calendar through to 2031. Former F1 race winner David Coulthard has described continued confusion over track limits regulations as a nonsense ahead of the Portuguese Grand Prix. The debate over track limits is a recurring one in F1, and the topic was once again thrust into the spotlight after the Bahrain Grand Prix, where different restrictions were in place for different sessions. In reaction to the confusion, FIA race director Michael Massey was far clearer on where the limit of the track was at Imola, although the definition still varied, with either the white line or the furthest edge of the curb designating the edge of the track, depending on the corner in question. I think it is a nonsense that in modern F1, the pinnacle of motorsport racing globally, that there is uncertainty as to where the limit is where you can drive, he told the On the Marbles podcast. I don't follow football closely, but I keep seeing people questioning VAR, which I just find unbelievable. If you have video technology which is there to support the referee, how can that be questioned? And if it is questioned, they have a problem as well. Recounting his own experiences when racing in the late 1990s and early 2000s, Coulthard added, "We do have a problem. Eddie Irvine used to say in drivers' meetings when we were on about track limits, put a wall there, that'll stop people running wide," which is a fair point. I am so over it. It is so dull, so boring, and so embarrassing for Formula 1 that we are having races decided by somebody going beyond track limits. And finally today, Red Bull driver Sergio Pérez has vowed to make amends for what he feels was a missed opportunity last time out in Imola. On his second F1 outing with the team, Perez delivered a superb performance on Saturday at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix to qualify second ahead of teammate Max Verstappen and behind pole sitter Lewis Hamilton in his Mercedes. On Sunday, however, Perez's race unravelled from the start as he was slow off the line in comparison to Verstappen. Following a lap 1 accident involving Williams' Nicholas Latifi, Perez then made a mistake by running off track behind the safety car, and then compounded the error by overtaking to make up the 2 places lost, which earned him a penalty. The Mexican driver spun again soon after a restart following the accident involving Mercedes' Valtteri Bottas and George Russell in his Williams, culminating in him finishing 11th, 67 seconds behind race-winning teammate Verstappen. Ahead of this weekend's race in Portimao, Perez said, "I was very pleased with my progression after qualifying on the front row at Imola. I think I even surprised myself to be that quick in only my second race weekend at Red Bull, and to be able to extract the maximum from the car in such a short amount of time. Looking back at it, I think being able to adapt to such a different car and driving style definitely gives me a big confidence boost, and it showed me I can adapt well. I'm starting to understand the car, and that was the main positive. But Imola was a missed opportunity, as I think we should have finished 1-2, but hopefully we can achieve that this weekend. In Portugal, I hope to be in the mix and get everything out of the car. We know what the car is capable of, and the goal is to deliver its potential. The positive is that the pace is there. We just need to continue building on our form and take another step forwards." Following what has been a strong start to the season from Red Bull, Perez insists motivation is sky high within the team, as it now has a realistic chance of winning every race. Despite his Saturday performance at Imola, Sunday proved Perez still simply requires time in the car to fully understand and get on top of it. Perez is not alone in needing a few extra minutes in his car. and that has been proven by others who have swapped teams over the winter, in Carlos Sainz with Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel at Aston Martin, and Daniel Ricciardo with McLaren. Obviously, the more work you put in, the more you get out, so I analyse, I make notes, I speak to the engineers, and I watch back footage, added Perez. Everything you do just helps you get as ready as possible. You can see with everyone that has changed teams this year, it takes time to get up to speed. Everyone is good. Everyone is exceptionally fast. It's just a process you need to go through before everything comes to you naturally, and hopefully, we can achieve this in the opening races of the season. So who else is as gutted as us here at GPFans to see the Canadian Grand Prix removed from the 2021 F1 calendar? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and of course, hit that subscribe button to stay abreast of everything going on in the world of F1 here with GPFans.